Yo, what's up? I'm QR Sinceri, and every day I ask myself, what's the future? I take detailed notes after asking myself that question, and I store them in a WTF journal. You can view that journal over at everydays.wtf. Now, for today, I'm going to really just dive deep on this whole notion of Roblox. Now, Roblox is a game that most people have familiarized with, kids. Kids play a lot of Roblox. It's a fun game and it's been well received. Roblox came out in September 1st of 2006. So at this point, it's been around and there have been people that have literally grown up on the app. So much so that they're now reaching the age where if you were 5, 10 years ago and you were on Roblox and you were playing the game and you now 10 years later are 15 or you're 16, 17 because you were maybe 6, 7, or 8 10 years ago, guess what? Roblox is turning into a dating app. This is not a joke. This is not something I'm just saying just to say. This actually came from Roblox's CEO. For verified people in 17 years old and up experiences, thousands of adults will meet for the very first time in Roblox, and they will have dating experiences and subsequently form real life relationships. I can't make this up. This is literally from the CEO of Roblox, and he actually gave, a few predictions, to be exact, 10 big predictions about the future of the platform, and this one prediction involved dating. Now, what's my take? It sounds very weird and surreal because, we think about Roblox as this children's video game, but we have to realize that people are growing up and, we always talk about what could be the metaverse. And when we think about the metaverse, oftentimes a lot of the things that are being cited or sequenced or just referenced is video games. Seriously, like Roblox, Fortnite, you name it. There's always usually a game associated with the metaverse. And if this is a glimpse into what the metaverse could become, why shouldn't there be, dating or some of the same experiences that we have in real life that take place in virtual life? Now I get it's a little bit nuanced, and I've seen all the memes. Trust me, they are pretty extraordinarily. I don't even have a word for it. Like I'm flabbergasted on just trying to describe some of the memes as to what this could mean and what this could entail. Is it the same to meet someone in a virtual space? I don't know. There's people that meet people in virtual spaces all the time and have been for, 2+ decades now. If you think about Match.com and eHarmony, or if you think about Tinder and Bumble and some of the apps that come, those people meet first digitally and then they meet in real life. There's also the whole notion of, like, when I was growing up, we had AOL chat rooms and a lot of people went from their screen names to actual real names and they would form relationships. I know my cousin, he was one of those dudes that actually went and met his MySpace crush, and let's just say it didn't work out for him. But that aside, there is a world where this could be true. So there was 10 predictions, and I found a couple of them also pretty exciting. The first one that I thought was super fascinating was that a Roblox developer would be valued at over $1 billion. And they're predicting that to happen within the year. That's a pretty big call out. But is it impossible? Nah. Is it improbable? I actually don't think so. I actually see this as being pretty true. And I think that the thing that leads me to believe that stat is some of the experiences that are being built in Roblox. When I think about the Call of Duty-like gameplays and functionalities that are already happening in the game, I'm like, all right, I can see that. There's going to be someone. They also made a point that there will be a musician that will perform live to over 1 million people on Roblox using a phone for motion capture. Thought that was pretty exciting. I think that, the whole concept of a top fashion designer being discovered in Roblox without having any experience in physical fashion. Yeah, you know why? Because physical fashion has a hard cost of goods sold. Digital fashion largely just has someone's time and their ability to make something go viral. And there's a few designers that I paid attention to in Decentraland, which isn't Roblox, but it's another virtual world, and they did all right for themselves. Shout out to Nikki Fuego. If you don't know their story, I'd recommend you Google it and figure it out because it's actually quite fascinating. But beyond that, the last thing that I thought was pretty fascinating was this point. A school will fully integrate K through 12 curriculum with Roblox, including language classes with schools in other countries and virtual field trips. Honestly, I think that that's the most important point from all of this. And, there was also other points that were made, but I think that the future of education needs to be disrupted. I think the way we think of education already is it's just abysmal. I talked about this in a previous Everydays, and we talked about, how kids need to be caught up on game on AI and how AI curriculum needs to be incorporated. I have a lot to say on that topic. Go watch that Everyday's video or check out my notes from that if you want to learn more. But Roblox as the future of the classroom, yeah, that's a space where you could even start to reinvent yourself. If you're an educator or you'd like to be an educator, you can start going into the platform and starting to think about what that classroom could look like and being a part of that transformation today. Because quite frankly, there's a lot of kids that will probably find more value spending time in the Roblox in the virtual world than they would in the real world for obvious reasons. And I also think that it's harder to be included in a room of 30 when, the teacher is trying to actually figure out how to babysit all the kids, and most of the kids have learning disabilities or deficits that they hadn't caught up with, just largely because life happened. We've got the pandemic that was here in the last 3 years and other things. Because of that, the teachers just have to do the best that they can. When you go into a virtual environment, it's very, very easy to start to put together individual and personalized learning plans. And because of that, you can really start to go into a different type of immersion when it comes to your studies and things of that nature. With that being said, I take notes on the future every single day. I store them in a journal. You can go check out that WTF journal over at everydays.wtf. And if you have any questions, guess what? You know where to find me in the future. Woo! No clue what that was like, but we did.